Alright, so. No, Ross. Oh my god, what is with the world? Need to conquer it. Alright, so. As you can see, we're going to go and do the second Skulltula dungeon. I had a theory last night, which I actually do strongly adhere to, that a fairly large amount of some of the smarter money people out there, the really big name smarter money people out there, are aware of what's happening. And their solution for it is to keep the bubble going as long as possible so that it finally bursts when they've already died. I stand by that theory. That really is a real theory. Alright, so. We got the two on the ramp. Let's get this one. Let's say hi to Evo, the amazing. Okay, so in Oceans, when I say, like, larger donations I get a bigger portion of, that wasn't e-begging. To be very clear. No, exactly, Nugget Cruncher. That's exactly right. I mean, I don't want to go tear down it. I talk too much about this crap anyways, and we're here to play some Zelda, but all I'm going to say is that there's a reason that incidents and records of rich people screwing over other people and then, you know, like, just trying to get theirs before they knew the bubble was going to burst goes back at least 2,000 years that we know of. Like, that's not a new thing. Thank you, Enosians, very, very much. For giving me the money! Now I'm gonna die! Sorry. Thank you, Enosians, for real. Always appreciate. So let's go ahead and jot that down for Automation, the car company tycoon. I think I've heard of that. Hang on, let me double check really quick, because I think I'm already aware of that game. You know me and builders, right? I think you're right, Enosians. Yeah, no, I am aware of this game. It's actually not out yet, which is probably why. Oh my, how is it not out yet? Hold on. This game's been in early access for 9 years. That would do it. Well, either way, you were right, or I was right, or however you want to put that. I will go ahead and add/re-add that to the list. Our company. Token game. Why don't we just call that automation? Let's just call that automation, because the smaller that entry is on the spreadsheet, the less issues I have with designing the website and the other sheets. So we're just going to leave that as it. See, I was actually thinking about that linear. Let's talk about something less polemic. Star Wars. No, hear me out for a second. One of the things that people usually bring up when it comes to copy wrong and the consequences thereof is, you know, you don't want Borg Sith, right? You don't want Borg Force users. And yeah, okay, sure, but what if we had like a dedicated cultural thing that just like pretty much everyone adhered to for crossover stuff? Let me explain that slightly differently. Right now we have a concept like this. It's called canon. And canon is, you know, the stuff that the current owners of the IP say counts for continuity. Okay, cool. A little too many sounds there, but we're cool, we did it. What if everybody just kind of agreed there was a crossover category? We came up with one unified term for it, we could just call it crossover. And it's done by, you know, under different auspices with different staff, not necessarily taking into account all of the existing continuity. You could even have it be its own thing and its own lines of continuity. So there would be, in other words, official crossover fix, books, movies, games, whatever. Never, Evo! I'd rather die. At least while you're still sick. Hi, Trihexia. You're sick! I just said why. She doesn't listen to me, I swear. I hope people know what setting rules to break. That's sort of the point, though, Noctis. It would be its own thing. Like, this ties into another idea I've had a few times, and it boils down to the concept of, what if... Ooh, hello. No, 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 no! Damn it. What if instead of, you know... God damn it. What if instead of the way we have copyright to the current extent, we have a concept called canon? Canon is the official stuff, right? So, you know, if Disney makes a Star Wars film, that is a canon Star Wars film, but nothing legally would exist to prevent you from making a Star Wars film, or me. It would just be categorized differently. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Ross gets it. In other words, you do so the crossover is just like a logical extension of this same concept. I want to do a story with, you know, Final Fantasy and Star Wars. There we go. We'll just pick two random things there. And no, let's pick something even more. I want Legend of Dragoon and Majora's Mask. There we go. Perfect. Just those two things. Sorry, look at the list of all the Skulltulas in here. There's a lot. This is some density, tell you what. And then, so I could do that. I could actually make a film legally, sell it, get it in theaters, or get it on streaming services, or distribute it online, or whatever. You know, fair enough, Dream Whisper. And that would be allowed, because it wouldn't be canon. It wouldn't have the official stamp of plonk. Yeah, in other words, instead of copyright suits, we would have canon suits. It would be... It's kind of a similar idea, but if I tried to release a movie or a game or a book that said, this is a new Star Wars film that is canon, I would obviously be fraudulent in the doing thereof, and then, you know, that's the kind of thing that Disney could take me to court over. And yes, I understand this concept could absolutely be abused. That's the nature of laws. Every law can be abused. But I do like the idea, and it's been bouncing around my head for a while now, and I think I'm going to go ahead and make this general concept canon within the extant. Okay, let's see. Lots of skittering sounds in here. I hope those don't bother anybody. Didn't even occur to me. Well, you see, Ross. That's an interesting analogy, Lunaruth. What in the world? Alright, whatever. So, hang on. Yeah, no, this is actually how I'm supposed to get this one. That's what I thought. I even double-checked the thing. Hi, little dude. There's bugs in the walls. Okay, got that, and then we need this guy. What is this guy? Hello. You can hear him. Oh, it's to the right. Hello. No, what would probably happen is something that's actually pretty similar to something that really does happen in real life. Sorry, past tense. happened. From what I understand, this practice has started coming out of... getting out of practice. But what would happen is people would write a Star Trek story, and then, or a Star Trek script, or a Star Wars script, and they mail it in. And the studio would usually then buy it and basically say, this is ours now. You know, you sign off on this, here's your money, go home. They still get legal, like, acknowledgement as the originator of the story. That's where you get the story buy credit from. There's a picture of Skull Kid in here. And then, you know, when it's actually produced, it becomes part of canon. So I imagine something similar could and probably would apply, where people would be like, hey, you know that Star Wars film you made? Well, we like that. We want to make that canon. Here's a bucket of money. Sign over all the rights to it to us. And at that point, you no longer own it because you sold it. You sold it to Disney. Just like George Lucas. You get the idea. That's interesting. Alright, hang on. So, I have the hat on. Huh? Captain! Sir! It's been a long time since we've seen you. As you ordered, sir, we're investigating the secrets. Seems the heart should be shot 6th. I need to write this down. Only I had someone whose name was Evo to help me write this down, but alas. Okay, so heart is 6th. You have fulfilled your duties, officer. You may pass on. Come on, game. He's right there. That was weird. Heart should be shot first. Okay, we'll do heart first as well. You may pass on, sir. Suicide. I mean. So, the truthful answer, Evo, is I don't know. My knowledge about the television industry has dwindled as the television industry has moved on. Pretty normal thing, right? You know, things develop and we fall behind, and that's me. I have actually fallen behind. So I'm not 100% sure why that practice fell out of favor, but it did. Okay, so we talked to those two. We gotta push this bookcase, which we'll do in just a second. I guess we can just go do it now. Okay. In the northwest corner. It's over here. I mean, honestly, I would agree with Dakota. And don't mistake me, good stuff still exists, as it usually does, but I do think our percentages are getting skewed. So I got that one. I think I got that one too. Which means this is the one I'm missing. Actually, yeah, pretty much, Ross. Streaming hasn't really replaced television in the same sense yet. Streaming has its own advantages and disadvantages, but we're still in the midst of understanding what streaming really means, technologically, culturally, and creatively. It's still new. And I know that's funny, considering streaming is like years and years and years old at this point, but no, I stand by that. We're still beginning to understand the impact streaming has on everything. Hello, Mr. Red. Nice. Wait, how did you meet Groose? Explain yourself. The Groose is cooking. Okay, there we go. Nope, I'm missing one. I can hear it. On the west side of the room is the 2. On the north end are 3 small bookcases. Wait, I think I missed that one. Yep, it's right here. I see it, I see it, I see it. Seriously, Mr. Red? That's actually hysterical. Part of the problem, too, and I will never stop banging on about this, because I just keep being proven more and more right about it, is that people still follow this myth that ad revenue equals money. That people will trade in ad revenue as a currency. I mean, that's what happened originally, Linarth. You probably don't remember this. Sorry, wrong word. You probably don't know this, but Netflix was like the streaming service for quite a while there. They got in there first, and even they were losing money hand over fist. But when everything was concentrated, the system worked better than you'd think, is the way I want to explain that. I believe so, yes, Acta. However, when everyone saw the Netflix pile and said, oh man, we want to make our own streaming services, they had absolutely no idea what they were doing. And the result was a bunch of people fumbling over themselves to make, you know, dozens of different subscription services, all of which failed. Except for Disney, which is pretty much the only one that managed anything. And Hulu, which even Hulu is kind of... Anyways. That's not like Netflix is doing that much better right now, either. Okay, so now... Down. Yeah, and Hulu is now part of Disney, which is part of the... I just mentioned. I do like how you can't hear Skulltulas in rooms you're not in this. It actually helps with the thing. I'm using a guide, but you don't actually need to. This place is pretty well designed, and I like that. It's cool. Why do they do so badly? Well... Okay. I'm pretty sure I have 4 bottles. Yeah, I have 4 bottles. I know that because I just used them. The harsh reality is I don't actually know why streaming services do as badly as they do. They do, demonstrably and objectively. We have the receipts that streaming services tend to do badly. Oversaturation is a thing, and I do think that TikTok mentality is a problem with that. But past that, I don't actually know. I can only guess. So here's the thing. No, we did the beavers. Wait, oh no, you're right. I have 5 then, don't I? I do have 5. Sorry, I forgot we actually did the beavers. Yeah, obviously there's the multiple subscription problem, which I've talked about a lot because that affects us as gamers. We generally are only subbed to 1 MMO at a time because why would we want to pay for 2 subs at the same time? Duh. $15 per thing adds up, right? Well, I know Persona 3 involves a tower and Persona 4 involves TV. That's about all I know, Zactaft. Still hear one. Where is it? Why are there so many floors in this tower? There it is. Is that all of them? Nope. I hear one still. Oh, god dang it. Which conversation, Kid Fan? Okay, that's all of them in here. I don't know of any direct connection between those two, Linearith, but obviously Amazon workers are overworked because Amazon is kind of terrible. Well, in that case, no, Kitten Fan. We're already well past that timeline, too. We've already reverted since then. Spade is second. Yeah, go ahead, Kitten Fan, since we're way past it and we're never doing it again. Diamond is fourth. Heart is third. Don't you like daggers, Zora? Or do you want to be a mace-wielding assassin? Which actually sounds kind of cool now that I said it out loud. Love is fifth. Listen, if you want to play a rogue with a sword, play the objectively worst spec for the class. Okay, what do we got here? We got a dude up top. I'm curious why random people are talking to you, Linearith. But no, I've heard of many people using that tactic. I'm the weirdo. I do the exact opposite. I actually turn down my music to make sure I can hear people. Like in the grocery store, or when I'm just out and about. And yes, I realize how weird that is. Imagine you just look up and you see that. Okay, I'm not sure I should have done that. Now we're fine, we're fine. And that's it. That's all of them. So while we're here... It did take us almost an entire shift. Okay, so... Heart. Spade. Heart. Diamond. Club. Heart. Go. Oh, that's horrifying, Kitten Fan. As it always is. Okay, so I got all that. Let's go get a reward for having done all that crap. It's okay, you only have to do this in one day. You do actually have to do this in one day, even in this version. In the original version, you have to do it all in the first day. Listen, Linearith. I've got nothing. Just... Wow. Walking up the street. Hey, you want to be my girlfriend? No. Well, in that case, my walkthrough is lying to me, kid fan. Which would not be the first time. Or you're lying to me. Would not be the first time either. I knew it! You're all plotting against me. Dude, I don't know, Rose. I heard some loud noises inside. I had to come check it out. This place, is this some kind of underground shelter? Did you find this place? I beg you, let me have this place. Not for free, of course. I hope this will do. Giant wallet, 500 rupees. That's actually going to help a little bit. Oh no, this isn't an AI walkthrough. First of all, those are really obvious. And second of all, as you just pointed out, AI walkthroughs tend to be extremely wrong. Worse, they're confidently wrong. Which is just the worst kind of wrong. For example, let me explain that really quick. So in order to get to the next dungeon, the first thing you have to do is you have to go up to the Snowhead Temple. You have to make sure you have the fire arrows because of all the snow that's going to be up there. And once you have the fire arrows, you have to get to the Snowhead Temple and you have to use the Goron form in order to collide with the Deku Seed. Let's see, I'm screwing this up because I'm making it up so much. But the goal is you have to sound confident, right? Whatever you do, make sure that you're always going to be using your fairy. Because if you don't, you're going to turn into a stall child. And while that gives you an extra ability during the next dungeon, it's also going to activate hard mode. And that's going to make the next boss hurt. I actually suck at lying, so I'm screwing this up. But you get the point. Okay, so now we did that. Let's redo mask setup really quick. We want this down here. And I'm not sure what we want up top, so we'll just leave that for now. Yeah, if you ever want to really research AI, that is to say bots, let's call them what they are, look up hallucination. Because it is a very real concept that is and has been prevalent for years upon years. And it's actually getting worse, which is good. As absolutely bizarre as that sounds. Is this it? No. Where am I going? Oh, trust me, I have, Evo. I have. Well, plus data is extraordinarily easy to manipulate right now, too, in Oceans. Sorry, in order to explain that a little bit, I'm not trying to come across as a Luddite, which is a common insult people throw at people who aren't really a big fan of the bot problem right now. But the main reason I think it's a good thing that it's easy to spot when an AI is wrong or lying is because that's a good way to spot when an AI is wrong or lying. Like, I feel weird for even explaining this. I would rather be able to tell than just, you know, an AI actually being able to accurately lie to me. You know? Yeah, in order to start the Elden Ring DLC, so the first thing you do is you go to... Make sure you get Twin Moons from Renala. Then you go to the top of Miguela's black egg, and you use it, and you spin 3 times in a circle. Make sure you have at least 17,000 souls on hand, otherwise it's not going to work. Where am I going? I think I'm going this way. Actually, fun fact, there are an inordinate amount of... Like, every time a new game comes out for the last several months at this point, going back at least to Baldur's Gate 3, there's been this rash of very, very wrong information. It usually comes back as one of the earliest results if you Google something. Elden Ring is just the latest victim of this concept. How do I get to such and such? How do I defeat this boss? How do I access this area? Unfortunately, off the deeper end, the likelihood is that AI will get better at lying. That is the problem. You look at an AI-generated video of someone, you know, of some person, faked, right? Just kind of doing their own thing, like, hey, you know, I agree with Hitler. It's fake. It's easy to tell it's fake. Fast forward a few years and it's not easy to tell it's fake. And then we have a problem. Yeah, we are already currently in the fake news era. Have been for some time. Which is really funny. Because we're also in the era of information. It is easier than it has ever been in human history to fact-check and double-check things yourself. To go find and cite sources. Which is admittedly something I actually rather enjoy. It's nice to... I have corrected many misconceptions I myself have had over the last few years because I decided to go and look into it. It's like, oh, actually, that was a misconception. I was wrong. Lol, Ross. Alright, let's go over here. I haven't seen you in a while. Where you been? Oh, that's right. Your band leader, Evan's looking for you. Yeah, thanks. Here's our drummer. Why are they playing on Blowfish? Miko, where you been? Where you been? I was worried. Concert in town is coming up, but it seems like all the band members are in a funk. I bet you didn't know that, huh? Especially Lulu. Haven't heard her voice in a long time. She's usually in good spirits, too. Oh, I wonder if this is related to the ocean turning all weird. Actually, I know a little bit of Lulu's secret. You want to hear it? It's a rumor the ocean's getting weird because there's trouble offshore at the Great Temple Bay. When they say that happens, something bad will happen to befall the Zora descendant who's been protecting the temple. Catch my drift? Lately, Lulu's been looking kind of weird. Maybe Lulu's, you know... Cool. Yeah, as usual, this place is suffering a calamitous, disastrous event. As per usual, I suppose. Okay. Oh, yeah, no, search engine... Oh, my God. Let me give you a little bit of free advice, and I mean this with absolute certainty. If you ever want to look something up, like if you're ever curious or something, don't just Google it and then read the results on the Google page. Whatever you're reading on the Google results is either incomplete or an outright lie. If you see a result, click that. Read that. At least go the extra step, you know? You don't have to go all the way in depth, but Jesus Christ. Today, Jappus and I had a jam session. He's a little rough around the edges, but he writes great riffs. Here's what I played. Today, I had Lulu listen to my session with Jappus. She seemed to like it a lot. Lulu's a pretty great girl, after all. Today, I had another jam session with Jappus. Even Evan was in a bad mood because the two of us were writing songs on our own. First page can have good information, but... Evan called me over this morning. Something about Lulu. He was in a real rush. Wonder what it could be. By the way, it seems my lucky color this week is green. Okay. Miko, where you been? I'm all like, hey, where's Miko? Concert's coming up soon. Our band leader's pulled up a vanishing act. Evan's all holed up in his room just writing songs. Top it off, Lulu just stands out back staring at the sea. She doesn't even respond when you talk to her. If you guys think it's because Lulu's not interested in me, I'd understand, but I'm telling you, it looks like something's really wrong. Something you're trying to hide from me? I'm not running an inquiry or anything. But look, we don't start rehearsing real soon. We're not going to be ready for the concert. Oh, yeah. as he plays the dungeon theme. They were all right, Yura. Like, I don't know. Probably one of the better parts of the game. Put it that way. I mean, we have a fish as a guitar, Evo. But yes, the crab is the bass, and the fish is the acoustic. Got a good feel to it. Even Evan should like this, but he's so proud. He'd resent the fact that we wrote something on our own. I don't think he'd even let the others try it out. What do you think we should do? Well, first we're going to get our balls out of our purse. Speaking of classics. Trumpet, Baron. Second chair. Mika, how was it? Did you get the eggs back? What? Right, sorry. We've been accustomed to a peaceful life at the sea. The only one among the Zora tribe who's still able to go blows with those wild pirates is you. The one with the blood of the Zoran heroes flowing in you. I'm still keeping Lulu's problem a secret while the other band members. They've all been looking forward to the Carnival of Time concert. I can't tell them it's canceled because Lulu can't sing, can I? Yeah. Hey. Hey, how'd you get in here? I should have put up with this. People not associated with the band aren't allowed in here. If you want an autograph, we'll be giving it out at the town's carnival, so wait until then, okay? Okay, so that's, hang on, why is this not working? Hey, dude. Okay, I got it. Okay, it wasn't acknowledging us, so I wasn't sure. It works! And he's just going to steal the tune from us. Don't worry, he'll give us a heart piece for it. You should watch one, Mr. Red. They're not actually that long. Like an hour and a half. Not bad. It's a pretty good song I just made up. You got a good sense of melody. We'll play my new song at our next show. Here, take this. Yep, that's a bribe. Like, straight up. Didn't think I'm stealing your song, do you? No, of course not. No, yeah, like, they are staying weirdly tight-lipped about that, Ross, and it's starting to get a little suspicious. Where? Oh, this way, okay. I was gonna say, it would be very in Nintendo's pattern if they just, you know, after Alpha Dream shut down, they just hired all the people on and made them a new studio. Omega Waking? I don't know. Like, Nintendo's done that before. Okay, so she's not talking. She's also wearing clothing. One of the only Zoras who's actually wearing clothing. That's the only reason I even mention it. Sorry, I'm debating something. Because it's time to start the dungeon. Well, we just got the warp spot. Let's go ahead. Let's reset. I have plenty of time, but I don't want to feel any kind of rushed. And there's really no reason not to reset. How would we get Chateau Romani at this point? Speaking of which, pull up Great Bay Temple, because, yeah. Yeah, it's time for Great Bay Temple. Well, hang on, let's see. I don't know how to get the crying mask. This walkthrough has been extremely inefficient. Well, hang on. I have an idea. A terrible, terrible idea. Oh, God. The walkthrough recommends pretty much immediately after we finish the Great Bay to do the Don Gero quest. I'm using Zelda Dungeons, but it's really good for these kind of things. It's not very efficient, but it is still a good good resource. Okay, let's do... Yeah, all it is a heart piece. It's a frickin' heart piece. So we don't have to do it, but man, Don Gero, we'll talk about it. We're not doing it right now. What we will do, let's do... Yeah, the Don Gero is, you're 100%ing, right? Let's do this. Epona, what are you doing? Jesus, Epona. Where are these assholes? I'm guessing not here at night is the answer. Because of course it is. Billy, I can't change time here. Wow, okay. No, I have no idea how to do the crying mask. We're gonna wait for later. We're not doing things completely out of order. I could also just get on with the boss. It's not a terrible idea. So here's the evil Ingos, aka Luigi's. Epona, Epona, Epona! It's a pathetic thing, your horse. I would have guessed that little thing was a mule for sure. Ain't that right, little brother? You think a horse that pathetic would gallop if you pushed forward? This guy's funny. Why don't you pony up for a race? Let's do it. Luigi was always evil. Come on. Damn it. I was a little bit too early there. What the? He body blocked me right at the last second. He just body blocked me, you asshole. That jackass. Yep, that's great, that's great, that's great. God damn it. Yeah, yes, thank you, game. Thank you, 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 thank you. I don't find any merit in that approach personally, Evo, but I know quite a few people who do. It's usually used by people who are more elitist, who are like, oh man, I enjoy not having any direction at all in a game. And they usually phrase it in the line of, I enjoy a game treating me like I'm an adult. In fact, I heard the exact same excuse to justify Metroid 1, giving you a total absence of guidance. You know, it respects you, right? And yeah, no. It's nonsense. Sorry. If you prefer having no guidance whatsoever, that's fine. No judgment to you. But if you're going to try and argue that that's superior game design, then we're going to have some words. Especially since the overwhelming majority of guidance in gaming is optional. See what I'm doing here. Hey, bro, we gotta give him something nice. We gotta give him something. I got it. We'll give him the ninja mask. It'll be a nice toy, Sonny. You can pretend you're on a big adventure. There's the Gyro mask. That's the main reason we're here right now. Can't tell him where you got this. I will say this. Too much hand-holding is obviously a bad thing. Skyward Sword. Right? Like, enough said. But here's the funny thing. Too little hand-holding is also a bad thing. Skyward Sword! And yes, the same game can be used for both. Breath was actually pretty good on its hand-holding, for the most part. So, no, I think Breath did it pretty well. I think the biggest problem with Breath is mostly interface stuff. Like, it encourages you to experiment with cooking, but then it doesn't allow you to just make a recipe that you've made, or save the recipes you've made. And it requires you to go into the menu and select the items manually and then dump it in the pot every single time you want to make something and then skip the cutscene each time. All of that stuff bothers me. But the way it guided you, the way it handhelded you towards here's what cooking is, here's what cooking can do, that was fine. Which game is the worst with guidance and flow? Kingsfield 4. Prove me wrong. Listen, Snake Eyes, I think about, you know, my extremely real Canadian girlfriend who's so real, you don't even know. And I think about holding her hand and just... Whew. Just imagine, you know, lacing my fingers into hers, holding it close, and pulling her hand to my chest. Jazz music starts playing. I think we're going to go ahead and bother with this. Why not? Why not? Let's just do this while we're here. Hang on, give me a sec, Ross. Let me mentally process. We're gonna do this. Well, I can't stand jazz music. But for her, I will endure! For my incredibly real Canadian girlfriend, I will endure jazz music. The nightmare that is jazz music. Actually, you know what? Hang on. Before we do that, really quick, since we are literally right here. I don't have a particular, like, objective reason for not liking jazz. If that's what you mean. It's just not my thing. There are individual songs that fall into the broad category of jazz, because of course jazz is an umbrella genre that I do like, but generally speaking, if it's a song of the jazz variety, it's not going to be for me. So anyway, sorry, so you asked, which Zelda game had the worst guidance? I mean, honestly, Zelda 1. 100%. Zelda 1 really deliberately wanted you to just roam around lost and interact with everything, right? Like, it wanted you to use every item on everything. And that's not a joke. That's not even me making that up. That is a confirmed interview by Miyamoto that the game was designed that way, especially Second Quest. There was an absence of guidance because screw you. Yeah, I'm sorry, that's mean. There was an absence of guidance because they wanted people to share info on the game. They wanted people to trade tips and secrets and all that fun stuff. It is. No, it's definitely a re-emerging genre. Tunic is a good example of that. And I suppose no judgment, but I'm never really going to rate that kind of a thing good. Because of every reason. I don't even know how to actually explain that. That's not the kind of thing I'm in favor of in general. 14253. Now, in the Metroids, the worst guidance in a Metroid game, you know the answer to this, it's Metroid 1. Metroid 1 had MSQ mandatory obstacles, which involved just 4, 5, 2, 3. No, 1, 4, 5, 2, 3. Hang on. Oh, I've got it right. The 1, 4, 2, 5, 3. God, freaking dyslexia. 1, 4, 2, 5, 3. Yeah, Metroid 1, yeah, Zelda 1 and Metroid 1 are both very experimental games, which also actually shared a lot of development. And Metroid 1 was very, very, very figured out. But you did say good Metroids. And that's a decent list. I would say... So, let's get this out of the way. The best guidance in a good Metroid game is Dread. Easy answer. I would love to say it's super, but I'm not a good liar. And sorry, I didn't answer your question, Linareth. It's funny you say that thing about WASD, because I actually know games that will tell you. This is how you move around. This is how WASD works. It's usually in the MMO space, but that is a very, very, very common opening screen. It's usually even like a picture that pops up, which will show your keyboard, right? W, and it'll say forward, or it'll say, it'll point up, or it'll have the word forward. And then, right? WAS, stuff like that. Then there's, like, you know, click to interact, stuff like that, you know. It's a semi-common thing. Yeah, I've said this before and I'll say this again. I actually like it when a game assumes this is your first video game. It doesn't have to. I'm not going to ding a game for that, but at the same time, you could sit someone down who has never played a video game ever in their life down to certain of the really, really, really good tutorialized games, including the one we just played, and they could pick it up and figure out how to play it because it is just that well tutorialized. Almost up to 4,000. While we're here, we're going to go and do this. So, let's do this. So that's the best, right? It is our spruce. I will actually agree with that. Agreed, Ross. Dread is still a damn good game. That's something I need to keep reiterating. So yeah, Dread is probably the best about guidance. The worst of the good Metroids about guidance. I feel like Fusion would be my answer to that. There were several points in Fusion where there was a whole lot of, huh? You gotta say it there like, but honestly, my other thought on that is actually Super of all games, which is funny because Super has fantastic guidance, but it also has walkthroughitis. Now, you'll notice I didn't mention Prime 1, 2, or 3. I reviewed Prime 1, 2, or 3. I haven't gone through those games with a fine-tooth comb yet, so I'm kind of mentally ejecting those from consideration. Because who knows? I could be wrong. Having said that, I have recently played Prime 1 Remaster with my niece. And, there were definitely some issues there. But also, it does also have really, really good guidance. Even the part where it's like, screw you, it's still well guided. It's just backtracky. So Prime 1 would probably be another contender for something along the lines of Dread. Get over here. Wait here very patiently. We're going to do a jig. Yeah, I've noticed sometimes this particular walkthrough, Getting Fan, has been very I don't know what to call it. Like, they've been... It's been built without a mind towards efficiency, is how I want to explain that. There's been several times where it's like, go ahead and reset the day. I'm like, but I can do, like, these 3 other things, you know? And I've done... I'm like, what I'm doing right now. I am doing stuff that the walkthrough did not say to do because I can. This is stuff I can do right now. I mean, I do love the routing of this game. It's one of the things I like about this game. Alright, so she's about to be captured, and then we'll kill her. Yes. Yeah, everything I'm doing right now they say to do after the dungeon that I haven't done yet. Die, monster! And then we break his legs. You're welcome. Okay. Yes, I did, Ross. What? Yes, it is. 14253. Yeah, no, I actually did do baseball. Pretty much the only thing I skipped this time around. Like, there's a couple other things I didn't do other than baseball. Like, I didn't do the treasure chest games. But yeah, no, I did everything that first playthrough. The one that's on my 3DS over there. Consequently, you just gave me the best Zelda as far as guidance goes. That's Link Between Worlds. Of the ones I've played so far, obviously, I'm not sure about the ones I haven't played. Me too, Ross. Thinking LTTP and Ocarina both scored better than I thought they would. There's sort of that built-in expectation, right? It's an older game. It can't be that good. But as I was talking about recently, and this actually came up even in my YouTube comments, it's not the older game part that matters. It's how well it plays, how old it plays. Right? The game being old doesn't do anything. I mean, it was like 17 additional negatives, Ross. I thought that was going to be a bigger chunk too, though, to be honest. Hey, Nordame. I'm assuming there's a sub there, but I don't see anything. So I think you're lying to me. Why would you lie to me, Nordame? Why would you do this? You come here on the day of my daughter's wedding. Which I guess would be Anju in this circumstance? Okay, that's kind of weird. Never mind. New idea. You come to me on the day of the person who has nothing to do with me's wedding. Hey, buddy. I've got all these things you could steal from me. Don't you want to steal from me? Come on. Huh? Come on. Rob me, you little jackass. Come here. Come here, I'm right here. What you got, huh? What you got? You know, I'm gonna kill you faster because I can. Huh? What you got? I want you to die burning. I want to eat your charred remains when you're dead. I don't know why I'm eating all my enemies lately. That's just, it's a thing. But I won't eat Nordame. Thank you for the sub very, very much, as always. Give me a moment to get away from the danger zone over here. Hangry. That's also a year sub. I didn't even notice that. I mean, yeah, as I said, that's happened before, ours, Bruce. More than once. Okay, so now we're in a safe zone. Thank you, Norme, for a full year's support. I do appreciate it. Nah. Well, okay, actually, you know what? Yeah, I can break his legs if I'm really hurt. If I hurry, I can break his legs. I've only got like 50 minutes to break his legs. I'm never gonna make it. I'm never gonna make it. Or is he not here at night? Might not actually not here at night. Oh, he's not here at night. Ah! Gonna hit the damn thing. Oh, but there is one. Oh, the rupees are still here, so I can't break his legs, but I can still rob him. Anybody notice anything going on with the screen? Is that just me? I wouldn't worry about it. Okay, so Nordame. Write those down. That's going towards. Nope, that's an anniversary sub. So that's going towards Guild Wars 1, Guild Wars 2, and Xenoblade. I think that was 3. Yes. And then Yada. Thank you very, very much, Yada. As always. And, as usual, if you would like to put that towards up to 3 things, please let me know. Death Mountain over there looking kind of weird. Ah, screw it. I'll just withdraw it. I was just thinking of a place where I could get another few rupees, but I'm just going to withdraw it. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Too far. Too far. Ah! Not too far enough. I'll put that towards the BRPG block. BBC Kakarot. Xenosagas. And Geludos. Go towards the BRPG block. Those are the evil block. And the increase the number of cheat flags block. Thank you, Geludo. Always. Alright, There's a Goron with the same name as you staying at the inn. That's kind of strange. I'll have to go kill him. I need 52 rupees. What's a sagas in context, Blue Fusion Volt? I don't think I've ever heard of that Blue Fusion Vault. I'm sorry. So here's the weirdest mask in the entire game, in my opinion. Yeah, even more so than that other weird mask. It's just like a web It's like wearing a mesh. Yeah, it's the symbiote mask. Yeah, I noticed the bloodshot eyes, because it's the no-sleep mask. Even worse than that semi-recent one that, like, got absolutely lambasted. Unless that is that one, in which case ignore me. God, what was that? I saw a Pro Jared video about it. I haven't played it. Sorry, I'm thinking about that in that hypothetical where it records your movements game. How many of me's I'd see at the beginning of the day just rushing up here to get this rupee? Because I do this at the beginning of almost every single day. I like the idea of walking up to someone. What's the passcode? 14253. Oh, well, I've never seen you before or even heard of you before, but if you know the code, you gotta be in. Yeah, there's just this line of links going up there, depending on how efficient I was with my movement that day. Some of them are moving double time compared to the others, because I used Song of Half Time, or Song of Inverted Time in that particular playthrough. Over here. Okay, to the inn. So now to talk to the most boring woman in the game. She will literally put you to sleep. Hey, the Dihono. Tortoise, did you finish helping your father? Let mother read you a story. Is this who I want? Oh, yeah, that's Andrew's grandmother. The carnival's almost here, so it's good for you to learn its meaning. It's a little long, but I'll read it with some enthusiasm. The Carnival of Time. Each year, the season of harmony begins when the sun and moon are in alignment, paying homage to the way that both nature and time are tirelessly in the process of progressing. The Carnival of Time is when the peoples of the four worlds celebrate that harmony and request fruitfulness for the year. For ages, people have worn masks resembling the giants who are the gods of the four worlds. Now, it's become a custom for each person to bring a handmade mask to the Carnival of Time. It is said that if a couple unites on the day of the festival and dedicates a mask as a sign of their union, it'll bring luck. The centerpiece of the carnival is the clock tower. On the eve of all the festivities, the door and its roof are opened. From atop the clock tower roof, a ceremony to call the gods is held, and an ancient song is sung. All of these festivities for the Carnival of Time are held so that we may ask the gods for a rich harvest in the year to come. Do a good job. That's all for Tortoise. When is it open? On the eve of the festival. Thank you for the candy. How did you just... Okay, whatever. Quest complete. You got praise. Intellectual creative exercises are what works for me, Evo. You know, thought-provoking questions, or what-if scenarios, or building RTS RPGs in my head, you know, stuff like that. The Four Giants. This tales from long ago when all the people weren't separated into 4 worlds like they are now. In those times, all the people lived together, and the 4 giants lived among them. On the day of the festival that celebrates the harvest, the giants spoke to the people. We have chosen to guard the people while we sleep. 100 steps north, 100 steps south, 100 steps east, 100 steps west. Should you ever need of us, should the mountain blizzard trap you, or the ocean swallow you up, call to us loud and clear. We shall hear your cry. God, they're ugly. Now then, there was one who was shocked and saddened by all this. A little imp. The imp was a friend of the giants since before they had created the 4 worlds. Why must you leave? Why do you not stay? The childhood friend felt neglected, so he spread his anger across the 4 worlds. Repeatedly he wronged all the people there. Overwhelmed with misfortune, the people sang the song of prayer to the giants, who lived in each of the 4 compass directions. The giants heard their cry and responded with a roar. O imp, we are the protectors of the people. You have caused the people pain. Leave these 4 worlds, otherwise we shall tear you apart. The imp was frightened and saddened. He had lost his old friends. The imp returned to the heavens. That's Hyrule, by the way. And harmony was restored to the 4 worlds. People rejoiced and were worshipped, and they worshipped the giants of the 4 worlds like gods. They lived happily ever after. What do the people do to call the giants? I don't know. So, between that story we just saw and a few little other tidbits from interviews and I forget if it's the strategy guide back in the day in Japanese or the manual back in the day in Japanese. But the idea here is that this really is prototype low rule. That Termina is kind of... let's call it the extra clay that was left over when they finished shaping the pot that is Hyrule. Make sense? And because this place is such a leftover, it's not really quite as vast and not really quite as developed, and it doesn't really follow quite the same rules, which is why it's so weird. But that's fine. That actually works perfectly, and even makes a lot of sense. It also explains why it has such a direct pipeline to Hyrule, and why multiple entities can travel between the two. Just interesting food for thought. And yeah, I do like that little tidbit. We'll call that... well, I already wanted to write down background storytelling. I wanted to write down this. By the way, keep in mind, the overwhelming majority of stuff we're doing here is all optional stuff. That's the thing that just blows me away a bit. It's like, really? Okay, so... let's do the dungeon, shall we? That is a good question, Jalita. We don't really know, unfortunately. We can guess, we can guesstimate or presuminate, but who knows? We do know that the Goddess of Time, who is not Zelda, goes out of her way to try and make a craft, I should say, a happy ending for these people. So it's not like they don't care. I don't know how to. Getting fan? Either way, we're definitely going to reset. So let's reset. Zelda has a extremely minor but very significant impact on this story, because she is the Sage of Time who gave us this, the Ocarina of Time. Without this, none of the events of this game would have ever happened. Now, what's funny is she gave this to us as a safekeeping thing, right? Okay, Ganondorf's been defeated, everything's cool, the castle is settled down, but here, why don't you take this? You might need it, and it'll be safe in your hands, and here we are. Because without the Ocarina, not only would none of this stuff happen, but, like, imagine we get to the end, and the moon's colliding, and we don't have the Ocarina, so we just die, along with everyone else. So, appreciate it. That... Yeah, let's go ahead and do that, then. Yeah, the end! And that's where the 2D games come from. Any questions? No, I'm joking. Yeah, it's nothing. None of this would have happened if we didn't split the timeline to begin with. Which brings up an interesting question. What happened to Majora in the other timeline? Just food for thought there. Anyways. I mean, honestly, it's not that out of bounds to say that, you know, Termina just got smashed. And that's the end of that in the other timeline. Because we don't see Skull Kid or anything like Skull Kid in Wind Waker. We do in Twilight, however. And considering we know that this Link and Skull Kid eventually become friends, and considering the events of Twilight, this makes sense, too. Okay. Yes, let's go ahead and reset. Also true, Jabez. Optional DLC masks aside. True, Breath is so obviously a reboot. I don't care what they say. Just be honest about it, Nintendo. So I don't know much how I don't know how much the Chateau Romani actually counts. Costs. I'm tired, but we're gonna go and grab it. I don't need to slow time yet. I mean, I guess I could. 200. Perfect. I suppose I could just slow time. I definitely remember what it is off the top of my head. Well, you see, once upon a time, there was a very inventive and creative alchemist who was trying to get rid of all of the rats in the world. And he thought, okay, so I could poison them all. No, no, no. I could introduce an invasive species to get rid of them all. No, no, no. But then he figured it out. He was going to make every rat in the entire world commit suicide. And so he bred rats together with explosive powder. And now we have bomb shoes. I was actually just thinking about a Bombchu as a Pikachu clone. That sounds vaguely amusing to me. It knows, oh god, whatever the suicide attack is. The explosion attack. I can't think of what it's called. Hang on, we already slowed. We already slowed. Cool. Self-destruct. There you go. It knows self-destruct or explosion or whatever. Oh my god, Javez. That would... Yeah, imagine if it's like Mario Wonder, right? Oh, right. I need to have my hat on. Where's the damn thing? There it is. Here's the best mask yet. Just for you, Bo. Weirdly good song for such an out-of-the-way thing you barely interact with. Chateau Romane, please. And yeah, we're just gonna pop that, like, right now. I mean, why not, right? We got a really, really fancy beer. Like a really good beer. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this back up here. Yep, now we're drunk for the upcoming dungeon. Yeah, infinite mana for one loop. Have fun. And we are going to go ahead and actually grab Fairy while we're here. I doubt we'll need it, but you never know. Let's grab that. There we go. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Cut, I don't remember what to play here. What am I playing here? Here we go. That's funny, act. Also, Hollow Knight sucks. No, no. I mean, it doesn't suck. That's the funny part. So anyways, yeah, surprise. It was actually a turtle. Again, Termina's weird. Oh, I slept quite well. I just realized that when I opened my eyes, passing a daze is quite quick, isn't it, Lulu? Yes, Lulu, it's nothing to be surprised at. Even my eyes are closed in my sleep. I see everything that occurs in this ocean. Yes, I know where those eggs came from, Lulu. Seems Lulu is confused. Regrettably, there's no time for idle conversation. Proud Zora warrior. The open seas of the Great Bay have need of your might. Climb on my back. Quickly. Being told to hurry by a turtle is not something I expected today, but here we are. So, let's see how this game's water temple holds up, shall we? I'm trying to walk into this pretty neutrally. Because, well, who knows, honestly. I sure hope those Gerudo women don't show up, though. Yeah, they're dead. That high up, even hitting the water, that's gonna kill them. Yeah, they're I'm sorry, they're dead. And this game is not shy about killing people. Great Bay Temple. Let's do this. I also just realized I have the wrong masks equipped. Because we're doing a dungeon, that means we want this mask. Looks like there is a ferry here. Okay, okay. I know, right? Okay, let's do this. I got some arrows to spare. I wanted to be greedy. I got nothing. As it should be. You know, it's funny how many parables we have against greed, considering. Sorry, random thoughts. Random thoughts. Yeah, no, the Terminians? Are definitely way more technologically advanced than the Hyruleans, which is interesting because this is like the side place, you know? Very one. Yeah, doing this with infinite mana is probably going to help a little bit, so thank you for the suggestion. Kitten fan, not that you're there anymore. Okay. Yeah, that sounds like a sci-fi horror story. Memory. So there's one of our main themes of this dungeon. Water pressure. I know that sounds like a weird theme, but no, seriously, it's the water pressure that we use and manipulate throughout the course of this dungeon. I was about to say, I didn't hear nothing but praise for this game and have for years. It's actually one of the biggest reasons I gave this game a second chance. But yeah, the Great Bay Temple, we'll see. I'm walking in neutral. We'll see, we'll see. You can kind of see the vibe of what kind of place this is immediately, though. This feels like a Final Fantasy dungeon, and I do not mean that as a bad thing. Pop back to this since I don't need those anymore. Ooh, you're right, Javez. It's very Dwemer. What is that? It's not steampunk. Or I guess it kind of is steampunk. Oh god, I can't remember all the punks. Where are we at? We still got another one in this room. Okay, that's not... Whoa! That was lucky, but I can't... Okay, hang on, let's do this. Diesel! That's the void. Although I don't know if I'm using it correctly in this case, but diesel is what I was thinking of. Yeah, get that one. Yeah, the overwhelming majority of this game is completely optional act. And any percent run of this game, even for me, not speedrunning, I would have been done yesterday. Easy. Is it Olivan? Is it Olivan's room? Yes, it is. Cool. Okay. Yeah, the record is 24 minutes, which is insanity. I like NASA Punk, though. It's one of the only things I liked about that stupid game. Okay. Yeah, actually, also, yeah, Starfield didn't invent NASA Punk. But yeah, I love the aesthetic of NASA Punk, really. Someone was, I think it was Night Forger, was talking about that recently, because he's been going through my Starfield VOD. And yeah, it's funny, like, Starfield got several story positives. They were all for the NASA Punk stuff. They were all for the visuals, the aesthetics, the stylings. I mean, I know that we're using the word punk incorrectly at this point, and I don't really have a better word to replace it, so here we are. NASA core. NASA aesthetic. Nope, no Johnny. Okay. Let's go ahead and hop down, though. Yeah. Down. I mean, punk does actually have a specific meaning. That's the problem, if you will. Punk specifically refers to rebelling against authority. That's the point and purpose of calling something punk, right? I mean, there's more to it than that, but that's what it boils down to. You are a cyberpunk because you're anti-establishment, for example. But then steampunk started being a thing, and that usually involved, like, big adventures and, you know, Indiana Jones type stuff, who tends to be anti-establishment, so it kind of fit. But then it started to drift, you know? And now we just call aesthetics such and such punk. It's like, if I could use another example, Mance or Mancy. And you're probably thinking, what the hell is that? Well, what's a necromancer? That's not even close. What was that? Because that's not what, yeah, no, it's such a gay thing. It's not what Mance actually means. I remember this because I decided that it just kind of the hell of it. I was looking up Mance, and I was like, well, hang on, that's not... I don't like the usage of that word in that way, so I decided to come up with another word just in order to describe magical fields, right? Fields of study. That's Veni. Or Necroveni. Stuff like that. So I can get there, but that isn't going. And that, I don't even know what that does. I'm guessing it has to do with that, and I don't think I can actually reach there right now. I'm not even sure I should reach there right now. Probably swap that, and that might switch it over here, which would make that go up. Yeah, no, I see. They're not glowing. Yeah, I feel like I should leave this alone for right now, so we're gonna do that. Oh yeah, Watergate was a really big deal back in there. A really big deal. There's a reason why so many people equated Nixon to being one of the most evil people in history, and it's not because he was one of the most evil people in history. It's because Watergate was considered such a big deal. Oh, absolutely, Evo. I agree with you completely. The Mance thing was just a personal thing. Yeah. You know, nowadays, I mean, it's like the Clinton scandal. Who gives a crap? Granted, I didn't give a crap about that back then, but who cares? Okay, let's get to the other side. Huh? Okay, that's not even close to what I wanted. Oh yeah, by the way, get used to this big central room, because this is, like, a Majora's Mask dungeon, so they're all big central rooms. Like you do. Now, if you tell me, Evo, that you as a writer hate the term Necrovini, or Halavini, Then I accept that. Okay, I was way too early on that. Oh, JFK was a, like a... Look at the term all of a sudden. Nymphomaniac, there we go. And I don't mean like, oh, so he liked sex. No, no, he was a nymphomaniac. He needed sex on a regular basis. It was bad. It was medical. Now, I'm not saying that that excuses his womanizing or anything like that. He actually did have a condition in addition to the other problems. Nymphomania is another one of those things where people are like, oh, yeah, haha. No, no, that's not cool. Okay, up this time, please. Okay, there we go. Yeah, Harding, no excuse, but that's a little bit different. Okay, so I think I actually do need to deal with this in order to progress. I could try to go down. Let's try to go down. Let's see what happens. JFK is overrated because he died. Nothing more, nothing less. That's really all there is to that. It's a very, very common human trait. When people die, they tend to go up in people's opinions. No real reason for it. Like, nothing changes. They just go up. You know what I mean by that. You've seen that happen. Yeah, I've just got infinite of this now, don't I? Oh, that's great. That's great. Yes, behold the power of infinite mana. Mwahahaha. Mwahahaha. Sorry. No, act. Okay, so it's just back to the middle. So let's try that again, and let's try to go up. I am made of lightning. Damn it, our spirits. Whoop, whoop, whoop. That's true. I mean, they're dead, you know. You gonna shoot me, guys? Come on. Come on, stop trying to hit me and hit me! Come on. Shoot me. Okay, shoot me a little bit better than that. You're probably right. Yep, there's a key door. Okay, so... Is that it up here? Let's be thorough. Do you mind? Yeah, I don't think we can make that happen. Ah. I got arrows. I got lots of arrows. I have arrows for days. Yeah, I didn't think so. He was going to do that. That's okay. That's okay. I accept. Okay, back to the middle. Oh, it's about to be day 2. We have gotten nowhere in a whole day. Wow, I am terrible. Okay, so I guess that's it? Down? Now? Although I should do this really quick just to be certain about it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I wouldn't want time dilation. That would be terrible. I'll take necromancy. Sorry. Could you? Hey, fairy? The fairy's trying to chase me. Look, there's only so much I can do, fairy. I'm sorry. I can only push against the grain so much, fairy. Come to me, fairy. Come to me. There we go. Got it. Got it. Okay. Okay. We're good. We're good. What's terrible about time dilation? Yeah, sure. That's what I wanted. I want to wake up tomorrow and find out that my nieces grew up without me. I'm sorry. That's a horror story, is what that is. Yeah, but, like, there's no use for time dilation either. I have no purpose in it. I need time control. I'm in charge of time. I need to be in charge of time. There it is. Jesus, I did not see that. Okay. Oh, God, that's disorienting. Okay, we're here. We're here. Nobody talks about Daniels in my presence. I'm just saying. That's the wrong button. Why am I not doing my thing? That's another thing. Time dilation also means only going forwards, which is not really useful either. By the way, hi, Zelda. Well, stressed, panicky, terrifying. More or less the usual. What? Give me my fairy, which I assume you have. Nope, just a chest. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if Blade Travel's here, but we're talking the other day about the difference between a fable and a story. Click is a fable. Honestly, several Adam Sandler films are. He leans in that a lot because he's just trying to get across a message. And that's it. No judgment. He's just completely insane. God, the ice arrows. Sorry. We'll get there. We'll get there. Wow, that actually works. Pretty much the local. I mean, yes, I do see the boss key. That gap. You know what? Yeah, no. Let's just do this. I am made of lightning while underwater. By all means, bring it. Well, there's the small key. I mean, yeah, Adam Sandler has used that approach for years and years. Like you say, he's just gotten more overt about it lately. How much that's a bad thing, it's a little more debatable. Okay, well, I don't have the ice arrows, so we'll be back, I suppose. Hey, Game Geek. How are you doing? Ah! Because I'm a fish. That's interesting. Wasn't actually expecting that. Okay, sure, sure. Yeah, that's what we were just talking about, Torchinator. So that's obviously the return pipe. You see I can hop across these, and I can, but I don't think... Oh, I can reach it. Okay. I just have to not have a bomb waiting for me. Go away. Okay, this didn't actually look jumpable, so I didn't even try. Probably a map. Map or compass. I'd be okay with either. Compass. Speaking of which, any fairies in here? Yes. Where? I'm almost positive I swept down below, but let's be thorough. Actually, hang on. Die, monsters. Okay, so it's not down here. Oh, I can't reach there yet because we don't have the ice arrows. So... Oh god, how am I supposed to push against that? Okay. I think it was that pot. And now we're down here. Up, 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 up. Okay. Yeah. Okay, hang on. Oh my god, Game Geek, why would you do this? Why would you do this? Also, as a fresh reminder, in about 3 weeks now, all Twitch subs are going to go up to $3. That is to say $6. Just as a heads up. For those of you not aware of that. Okay, hang on. From what I understand, Lunaruth, Adam Sandler did what most comedians should and don't. He made his fortune, and then he scrolled it away, invested it, and then has been living off the proceeds pretty much ever since, so he can do whatever the hell he wants to. There we go. Come to me, my minion. And that's the... Yep, that's all the fairies here. Perfect. I don't actually know, Zelda. Okay, so now we're done in here for the moment, and we have that key. Give me a moment so I can actually acknowledge Game Geek and how awesome they are. Oh, Jesus. And now I'm getting, like, emails? What? Did I just go through the terrain? Let's pretend I didn't. Let's pretend I didn't go through the terrain while I wasn't looking at the screen, and pretend I totally did that on purpose. All right. Extremely deliberate. Okay. Thank you, Game Geek. Always appreciate you. If you give me a moment. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know who this is about to be. Whoops, that's 2, not 3. Sulaco, Doom, Dark Age. We're calling it Doom 6. And Deus Ex Revision. You got it. I need to send a message to my extremely real Canadian girlfriend. I think you're right, Zolo. Ah! Okay. Hi. What is with the Zelda series and eyes? Paying attention, yes, this is a 3D version of, I can't think of his name. The guy from LTTP, Misery Meyer. It's a bit of a different take on it, but it is the same general concept. I do like doing more damage. It's eggs instead of eyeballs, but same general idea. It's okay, I have infinite mana, which I keep forgetting I have. There's the chateau. Oh my god. Ah! That's true, I've got my girlfriend in my basement with my dog. How did you know, Lunarith? Whoa, 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 whoa. And of course, now he opens his eyes, now that I'm getting swarmed. Jesus. Get a shot off. Hang on, Croatia. Wait, wait. I know you want to get me killed, but give me a second. Oh, got arrows. Holy crap. Does he drop anything? I don't think they drop anything. Thanks for the not arrows. Can you have any arrows, please? Zero on deck. Gets good sleep. We'll be fighting this thing. Could you, like, please? Please, 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 please. No lock on? Alright, fine. That's too slow. Look at that. I literally can't track as fast as he's moving. Okay. Thank you, Croatia. Yeah, that's all too easy. You got the ice arrows. Woohoo! And the ice arrows are, they're a little different this time around. But first, Horatia. Holy ship, Gothic, and Mass Effect Andromeda. Okay, let's go get a refill, because we burned a lot of arrows on that fight. So arrows, just what I asked for. We have arrows at home. No, we don't, Mom. Oh my god. So, you've heard of that meme, of course. Did you know I've actually suffered from that meme? In, like, the most basic way possible, too. Mom, can I please buy Mega Man 3? But you already have Mega Man 2. Like, it's just such a dumb thing. So notice that does nothing. Just keep that in mind, okay? Okay, so... hang on. Get some camera on this. Yeah, we have Mega Man at home. You don't need Mega Man 3. What about Mega Man 5? There's a 5 now? Why didn't you want 4? Well... go ahead, Kid and Fan. Okay, up. So far, I'm not liking this dungeon. It's not as terrible as I remember, but there's a lot of weird routing in this dungeon. That's how I want to phrase that. It reminds me a lot of the dungeon we just did. So... you can only shoot the ice arrows at designated spots in order to create ice platforms. Whoa there. Really, Kitten Fan? Oh, hey, remember this asshole? Cool. Come on, I would... whatever. Oh, that would make sense though, there, Mom. Especially given how diverse Europe is. The country I live in. Let's try that again. Fall like leaves in fall. No, game. Are you dead yet? Oh my god, why do you have so much health? Thank God for infinite magic, am I right? That was the best idea ever. Jackass. Sorry, I'm curious of something. Ah, Dundero, it's been so long. What's brought you all this way? Came all this way looking for me. On seeing your face, I understand. I'd heard it was still winter in the mountains. When spring pungs, I will definitely go to the mountains, so let's meet again. Okay, so it looks like that did actually track him. Not that we're going to do that quest, but if we did... yeah, that quest is just... There's a lot of necessary backtracking in a game like this. Time loops. But, then there's unnecessary backtracking. And the Donjero quest is unnecessary backtracking. It's awful. We'll get to it more in a minute. Although you could probably already see the format of it right now. Yep, you have to fight Goat. Again. Of course you do. And you have to go through a portion of Woodfall. And the dungeon we're in right now to get that guy. Okay, so let's hop into here. Yeah, let's hop into here. Okay, looks like nothing in here. Yeah, that sounds about right, unfortunately. Don't worry, if you vote for me, I will make all that kind of bullcrap imprisonable and punishable by hanging. Okay, I'm exaggerating slightly. I really do think we need to do a better job of criminalizing that kind of activity because it's kind of treated as a non-crime right now, and that's the problem. At least here in this country. I don't know about other countries. Scammers, spammers, etc. And it's really easy to define them. That's an interesting insult, Kitten Fan. But you're probably right. I'm probably not noticing much. Since I am a moron, as I've said many, many times. That's right. I'm going to send those vermin... It's always good when you refer to your fellow human beings as vermin. Well, I saw the other red switch, but I couldn't reach it, so I gave up on it. I also can't reach this red switch, so I gave up on that, too. I don't have the hover boots. How am I supposed to get over there? Yeah, I mean, I saw the hook shot, but here, let me demonstrate why I didn't use the hook shot. Because this puts me on here, which doesn't really help me to get there. I saw that immediately. That was easy to line up. Anyways, this dungeon is garbage and terrible and literally Hitler. Like Hitler, when Hitler died, we took his brain, right? And we converted it into code, and the result was this dungeon. What? Go away. Skulltulas. Nobody loves you. Oh god, that's disorienting. Okay. Up. I think it's up. God, I don't know. I've already forgotten which route goes to which, so that's on me. One of these goes where I want to, and the other one probably also goes there, just in a different way. Here's me. I see red pipes. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. Oh yeah, Question Bot's been going down like once an hour at this point. It's really regular. Yeah, it was just shut down. Let's go ahead and restart the bot. Yeah, Question Bot is suffering heart attacks. Okay, so red pipe going forward. Yeah, okay. And then game! Give me my camera. Red pipe going this way. And then being extremely disoriented by that. Come on. Okay, fine, game. Up! I still can't see what's going on up here. Why is this camera? There we go. Okay. Yeah, I'll be honest, 2 times, maybe 3 times in chat, someone said the map's in the previous room. And either thanks to Twitch lag or misunderstanding, they always said that 2 rooms from here. So I actually went back and checked the previous room, you know, the room after this, twice. I was like, well, there's nothing there. So I just kind of walked past it, because like, alright, whatever. See, you don't care when you're moving something, so that was actually deliberate on my part. I know that from Ocarina. If you're in the middle of an action like that, the game just kind of locks that in. Now we go down. Down, down, down. Up and down. It did it again! Okay. Sure. Give me a second to load. I don't want to bother you about it because I know you're busy. Let me make this jump, shall we? So I can stop being frustrated for 5 seconds, and then I'll send it to you. There we go. Once this is activated, I can put the controller down. Pause because I don't want to lose time. Alright, let's grab all of that. Ah! God damn it. Could everyone stop talking in chat for 1 second, please? I'm sorry. I'm having trouble pulling the log because it keeps updating the log with the new chat. Just really quick. Just really quick. I just need to grab this. Thanks, Baron. Thanks. Baron's like, no! Don't! There we go. I think I grabbed it. Yeah, I did. Cool. Grabbed it. Okay. Okay, so... so, Redwater's working now. So now back to the central chamber. Always the design of these dungeons. Back to the central chamber. The tower will do that, too. Oh my god. Oh my god, camera. Camera, work with me. Camera, work with me in the manner that I want you to work with me, please. Okay. Now we go up, 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 up. All the way up. Ugh! Okay. Okay, so now red is pumping that way, which is exactly what we wanted. I hope I haven't been missing any fairies as we go, because that's going to piss me off. I mean, at this point, I might just forego fairies. It would be nice to take half damage, though. Which I believe is this one. Hey, okay, so now we do this. Where are we at on fairies? We're at... Oh, it doesn't say here. Does it say on the map? 7 to 15, so we're actually not doing bad on them. What does this do? That makes sense. Okay. Now, is there a shortcut back up? Surely there's a shortcut back up. You're not going to make me do the whole route again, right? Right, like you wouldn't do that to me, right, game? Right, game? Okay. I mean, yeah, I think this makes no sense to me, because in my mind, the whole point was to stop the spinning, so I could stop the water pump in the other room, the one just past this, and go up that one ladder. But, like, I can't get up. So, I'm stuck down here unless I turn off yellow. So this makes no sense to me, but we're going to turn off yellow, because it's the only thing that's logical. It is the only logical solution here, is if we turn off yellow. Apparently you could freeze waterfalls. That's interesting. Does anything say that? When we get there, we'll see if it's sparkling, because I'm actually curious now, because you certainly can't freeze water jets. Or just the water in general, for that matter. Only freeze the designated spots, except in the arena, apparently, which is just probably an oversight on their part. Okay, I don't even know what that was. What was that? Ah, damn it! God, I hate it when he does that. Let me up! Oh my god! Freaking game! God damn it! This is the only time this entire game has pissed me off. This dungeon. Okay, up! No! Don't! Okay. Hi, how are things? Did you know that when a kitten purrs, it actually activates a device that helps keep Cthulhu asleep? And so every time you give a kitten scritches, that kitten will remain, happy and content, and that will enable Cthulhu to not consume our world. So remember, don't let Cthulhu consume our world. Scritch your friendly kittens. Unless they bite you, then eat them. Okay, so we've got a switch. That's it? Yeah, kittens bite and don't hurt because they're kittens. Kids do that too. They'll hit. Which what I mean by hit is they'll flail their hands in a slightly angry motion. In a way that's probably intended to cause damage. Not really with the intention or even desire to cause damage, just with a lack of understanding of what causing damage means. It's okay, if the kitten bites you, then you're good to go, Zalog. Yeah, I see the hairs sparkling. Yeah, I don't... To be clear, I'm building some negatives in my mind for this dungeon, but not for something like the boss door, or the boss key. It's one of the only things I could figure out immediately. In fact, I'm not even going to ding it for the stuff I missed, because that's on me for not realizing how how I can ice certain things. No, what I'm more likely to ding is just kind of the general layout and jank problems. The jank, I don't know what the hell's going on here, but you've literally seen what's been happening for me. Like, I can't, like, I'm not making anything up here. Just navigating the central room is irritating, you know? I'm not a big fan of the swirly room navigation and the constant camera issues. I don't know if that was a thing in the original, but it sure as hell's a thing in this version. I do remember that the first time I played it, too. Are you gonna give me, like, a fairy? Because I know there's fairies in this room. My hair was laying it out. Okay, it's probably in those things I didn't kill, because that's normal. I mean, it would make sense if the camera was worse than the original. It's an N64 game. Then again, who knows? Quite what I wanted out of that interaction, but here we are. Since we're going back anyways. He won't grab the ledge. I don't know how to get up there. I guess we'll try over here, because it's the only hole we haven't tried yet. And that, I do believe, is what she said. Sure glad I have infinite magic, because otherwise I'd be really pissed at all these arrows and magic I'm wasting on these. Oh my god, it's almost the third day. How is it already almost the third frickin' day? God damn it. Is that everything? That's all the fairies in this room. 3, Lord Hermont. You have 3 days. I mean, there's been a few of those, Zalok. Things that were clearly designed for the original that were not fixed for the new version. The freaking fortress, god dang. No. Okay. See, this is the irritant right here. I can't fight the current, first of all. And if I screw up my angle, like I'm about to do again, there we go. Then I just have to wait to go all the way around again, which is, well, it doesn't really feel great, you know? It's not a great sensation, just waiting. I would say no, Lord Hermont, although there was something I was going to do immediately after this, which I might not have time to do now. buffer is here. Okay. God damn it, stop doing that, game. I almost made it, and then I bounced off the wall. Whatever, fine. I'm gonna give up on that. I'm gonna give up on that. Back to fire arrows. I can use now. See, at this point, I think the game is just being spiteful. Like, it's not even big issues. It's just, no, you don't get to go up there. You wait. You get to wait. But I'd like to go up there. No. You don't get to go up there. Actually, yes, Spartan. Oh, so you had to time it? Oh my god. That sounds terrible. Like, that actively sounds terrible. It's probably because I delisted it, Spartan. I wouldn't look for it. Unless you want me to delete it, which I am more than willing to do. Yes, there's that one. Yep, there's still another one. Okay, so where's the one? And now I gotta switch back to this. Yeah, some playtesting somewhere probably caught that and was like, hold up, hold up, hold up. Yeah, there's still a fairy in here. Yes, Pathfinder Kingmaker is also delisted. If it's an old and invalid run, it's been delisted. No, nothing. God damn it. Game. The HUD should be up to date. Although I haven't judged anything about this dungeon yet. I like to chew on that kind of thing before I just commit to it. I don't know how much further we've got in this dungeon. It already feels like it's taking 7,000 years, but I will say this. I do think that just on sheer feel, if nothing else, it feels like this isn't as bad as the Water Temple in Ocarina. I do still think this dungeon's going to get a negative. Possibly 2. We'll see. There's definitely some physics-y stuff going on. And I do not like the navigation of the temple. I just don't. I've noticed that's a common trend in a lot of the Majora's Mask temples. Oh, wait, no, no, come... Whatever, let's check some things. Kill that. See, you say that, Baron, but I played the Water Temple like yesterday. It's pretty fresh in my mind. It's got some issues. I also played the Master Quest Water Temple, which is the worst of all of them by far. Just by such a huge margin. Jesus. Thank you, Kitten Fan. The other one game. What? Ah! Jesus Christ. I'm just trying to look around and they're like, hey, we're here. We're here. Did you know? Okay, what am I looking at? Yeah, the Chew's walking. Hey, you need some water? You need some arrows? You need some magic? I got your back. Yeah, could you have my back slightly less, please, Mr. Chew? I need a mask that just prevents those from respawning. God. Okay. Can't even look at the puzzle because I just keep having these jackasses. Okay, so. That was very strange. Oh, because I'm getting hit. Of course it is! Of course that's what interrupted the camera. What else would have done it? I'm like, I was confused for a second. I was like, wait, what? No, like, up. Aim up. Come on, Link. You can do it. You can climb up something that's like 3 inches above your head. Oh, God. I hate everything. I hate everything. Alright. I do like how you can hit the waterfalls anywhere, regardless of your current position, basically. Oh, that camera does not know how to handle this dungeon. You notice that? That is not the first time. Like, it really... Those narrow corridors, the connecting spots... I've noticed the camera just goes... what? When it comes to those. Okay, so this is our second green switch. That I can pull. Game, I hate you. I want you to know that. Well, Jesse's mask is watching the VOD. No, you're dumb, Laura. It's all your fault. He just spits on my face. Stabs me. Okay, so that's 2 green. 2 green switches hit. Okay. As I say, we haven't gotten all the fairies here, and I could see... Come on, camera. How do I get over there? Oh, I can drop down here, so let's go do that. Definitely the right decision. And then we could probably switch items for the 7,000th time. Okay, fairy get. And that's it? Yes, that looks like that's all the fairies here. And we are at 12. Okay. Is there a clean way out? I feel like it wants me to go that way. I'm not sure how to get up there. Or if I can get up there. Go to hell. Not you getting bad, the enemy. How do I get up there? I mean, I guess I could just go out the way I came in. Ta-da, done. But I feel like the game wants me to go out over there. Like that, like even the green is flowing in that direction, right? Oh my god. Swapping items again. Fairies in here. That's confusing. Or are there fairies in here? So for those of you who like this dungeon, what's why, right? Like what's the reasoning? Sell me, as Rainer would say. If there's one here, then yep, there it is. Come to me. Come to me. There we go. Perfect. Okay. It's not Ocarina's Water Temple. It's an interesting sales pitch. Everyone vote for me. I'm not Stalin. Deja vu. You know what? Yeah, that's probably not actually a bad idea. Let's just do that. We flip the 2 green switches. Let's just hit the mirror. Hit the warp mirror. Save over here. You're looking at him, Mira. To it, because I'm still missing 2 fairies. Aw. Well, go get some good rest, Evo. Feel better. I have not played Secret World. It's the last room? Okay. Okay. That's good to know. Alright, so here's what's going to happen. I'm going to go ahead and take a few moments and de-irritate because I'm too frustrated right now, right? I'll be right back. So I'm thinking 37,000 negatives. Because this is the worst dungeon ever. What is the worst dungeon we've covered so far, actually? Because if you asked me that, like, off the top of my head, my immediate thought is level 6, second quest, Zelda 1. Right there. It's the first thing that comes to my mind. Screw that goddamn dungeon. So here's what I'm thinking. I think we're going to go ahead and give 2 pluses for this dungeon. All right, let's go ahead and do that really quick. I have to give something earlier. We're going to give 1 for generally creative puzzle design. And we're going to give the second one for... Honestly, I guess that's just another way of saying inventive. So 2 pluses for puzzle design. How we're going to line that up. What's the name of this place? Great Bay Temple. And then we're going to give 2 negatives to it. No irritation. That was the whole point of taking that moment. Because I feel like there are 2 demonstrable problems with this dungeon. The first is seconds and minutes. This is a dungeon that, more so than most of the other dungeons in this game, at least so far, feels like once you've figured out what you're doing, it just takes entirely too long to actually accomplish the action of doing it. I think this also is partially because of negative number 2. I think they were really pushing the limits of what the N64 could do and kind of ran into a wall on that, right? The navigation in the water, the nature of how they designed the flow areas versus the interactable areas, bumping into walls, the camera just having difficulties at certain spots, things like that, right? It just feels a little janky. I imagine if they had had time and development to be able to really polish this sucker, we might have gotten something better. And I can say that with definitiveness because, well, you know what? As I was just doing some quick exercises to clear up my thoughts for a moment, and I realized one of the things this temple reminds me of the most is the water temple in Twilight Princess. Because Twilight Princess has a lot of similar puzzle design, very creative stuff, very interesting stuff. But what's the big distinction? It's on the GameCube, or the Wii or whatever, but it's a GameCube game, which means bigger areas, better camera design. Because it can load bigger areas, and you'd think bigger areas might be worse, but actually no, because the navigation of those areas is actually pretty smooth and quick. It doesn't have that same issue, because they didn't have to jury rig it, right? I'm explaining this badly, but you probably understand what I mean. Especially if you've played Lake Bed Temple over in Twilight Princess. Hey, Random. No, I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. Everyone go watch Random's video. So, I feel like this is yet another example of where a dungeon had to stumble, or I guess a game had to stumble a little bit for a later dungeon, or a later game, excuse me, to do a better job of pretty much the exact same concept. Because I realized, as I was divorcing myself from the irritations of this level, that I was liking most of it for, again, pretty much the exact same reasons. Now, none of that has anything to do with Georg. I'm calling him separate. But yes, we absolutely want, I agree, a separate positive for this place. In fact, we're actually going to put this under visual storytelling. Because while some of the others, like the Frozen North Temple, which I can't remember the name of, didn't really do much in terms of visuals that was distinct from most of the ice areas. But this place feels completely different from the coast, right? There's no desert area lore. So this is the, I've already forgotten, what was the name of the thing? Great Bay something? God. Pay attention more. Great Bay Temple. All the bosses are different in this version. Yeah, go ahead, Kitten Pen. Okay, so now that we've codified all that, does anybody mind telling me where to go next? Because I can hear dinner being cooked right now, and I kind of want to be done with this place. Because I'm not sure where I'm supposed to go at this point. Very bottom of the central room. Okay. Down on that. Camera. Okay, there we go. There's green. I see green, not that green. The other green. The other green. There we go. Green. This kind of thing is what I'm talking about. I am actually trying to swim with the current here to speed this up, and holy crap. Yeah, let's go ahead and try to home her in. Come on. Get the tractor beam going. Please. Please. I can't tell if it's doing anything. I don't think it is. I have to oh my god, I do. Okay, well that's okay. I've got an alternate strategy. That didn't work at all. You know, there's a thing called an aiming reticule, which is, it's this nice feature. You should look into it, Zelda developers. Come here, quick, before I get... There we go, okay. Yay, okay. Alright, I do like the... Jesus Christ, really? I do like the color coding of the pipes in this version, by the way, quite a bit. That was going to be the second positive. Yay! Guidance. Pipes. Oh, hang on, I missed the one under the pillar. Let's go. That is the argument, Random, and everyone seems to have a different perspective on it. However, going by my own review, I would say this is better than the Water Temple. Going by the numbers. Okay. Very good. And we have to do that all over again. Yay. Okay. Stop doing that. Alright, so... I guess that's actually all we need. So let's just do this. The good news is, simply by accessing the boss room, we've effectively won. We don't even need to kill him right now. Not really. We're going to, because we have time to, but we don't actually have to. We could just bow out now. Because the moment we access this room in the 3DS version, we have unlocked the boss, so we could skip the entire dungeon. Of course, he has an eyeball in his mouth. Where else would you put it? Yeah, see, Morpha, the biggest complaint I could see leveled at Morpha is... Or not Morpha, the one in... Morpheal. The biggest complaint I could see leveled at Morpheal is that more feels too easy, but I kind of don't care because more feels fun, you know? A lot of people dismiss fun factor when it comes to boss design. Yeah, Tato's like, look, get good, Link. If you can't even do this without summons, why are you even playing this game? The hell was that? Like, I wasn't moving, I wasn't using the analog, and I just went over the edge. That was weird. Yep, Fox only, no items, final destination. Let's go. 1v1 me, scrub. Whoa there. Get a refill before, you know, this happens. There you go. Join me, Georg. No, don't. No, I'm electric. Oh, whatever. I need you to... way too long. I'm not even sure how I would implement this better, to be totally honest with you. Like, I get what they're going for, and it's just like, man, I don't know. Oh yeah, by the way, we gotta fight this guy again if we do the Majora quest. Well, that did not work. I was hoping it would work, but it did not. Oh, sorry. I'm thinking of the stuff we have to do when the water's clean, which... Or not, you know what I mean. Which I might not have time for this, man. Oh, that might actually have gone in. Hey! Do you know what was happening, Zaluk? If you don't mind sharing. Yep. Hold on, I'm sorry. What? Awesome, thank you. So now dinner is ready. And I am officially not eating because this boss fight. Is this... Oh my god. Okay. This is just how I swim now, apparently. Wait, really, just Rob? Seriously? Hold on. Let's see if I can, like, target him here. No, target. Oh my god, you Tattle? You're worse than Navi. That's not true. Navi had the same problems. Land. Target. No, do the... Okay, that's cool. Okay, that's also cool. Oh my god. Okay, hang on. Just... I mean, no one will ever be Midna. Also, you haven't even played that game, Mr. Red. You can't say that. Let's at least try the boomerang, because, you know... Did that do something? I don't feel like that did anything. Game! Work with me here. I know you hate me, but man... Well, that looked like it did damage. You have to get right on his ass, too, to Z-target. I don't think that did damage, because he ate me first. Which overrode him taking damage. Oh my god. Okay, that's a sight I wanted to see. Is that timer popping out? Jesus Frelling Christ, this goddamn dungeon. Hey dude, I'm right here. Hey look, I'm right here. Asshole. Down, 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 down! Yes, thank you for the reminder, game. Yes, I know time is short. Now where am I? You notice it keeps moving me every freaking time, so that's just even more frustrating. There! God damn it, Georg. negative to gameplay. 2 negatives to gameplay. Honestly. The timing is entirely too tight on too many of his attacks. And there's just too much waiting around. Even when you're provoking him, it still takes forever for an attack to actually conclude. And if you fail, just, oh god, it's dull and slow and boring. And I didn't get the heart piece, did I? Okay. That's cool. That's cool. That's exactly what I wanted out of my life right now. Yep. We're weird and creepy and everything's awful and nobody cares. Just get on with it. Yeah, I gotta turn on my fairies, by the way, because those reset. Could you talk slightly faster? Little faster. Just a little bit, please. We're on a bit of a timer here. Stop wasting my goddamn time. God, I hate these giants. I wish, like, the giants would die. Wouldn't that be great if the giants would just die? Get crushed by a moon or something. Wouldn't that be awesome? Yep. Yeah, I don't care. I'm not reading any of this out loud. Get out of here. Oh, this is not... Oh, God, no, I need to get to Lake... I need to get to lake bed now, please. Yes. Switch items. Kind of in a hurry here. Go, please. Go. Okay, so. Yes, I understand that I can resummon the boss. Thank you. I don't really want to refight the boss, but I kind of want to go to the boss room. Can I go to the boss room, please? Without refighting the boss? Is that a thing I can do? Please tell me I don't have to refight the boss, because I've already killed him in this timeline. Go to the lair of the boss. Okay, so this should be okay? Because, yeah, I think code-wise this is just a teleport, not a refight, which is a distinction that matters in this exact second. There we go. Okay, now let's hit this button. Okay, so now let's go. Go find the fairies. This is really important. Find the fairies. I don't know where they are. We're gonna figure it out. It's not. Okay, fine. That's okay. That's okay. Oh god, that would piss me off the deeper end. No, I am never, ever getting those fairies again. Where are these goddamn fairies? Where are these? Along the beach near the entrance. That's not helpful. It's okay, I've got 5 hours left, which is this huge chunk of time. It's okay, I've got infinite mana for a few more minutes. Look at how close the moon is, Jesus Christ. Somewhere over here. I'm guessing it's the only door I see on the mini-map over there. That I'm heading, like, straight towards. If it's not this, then I'm wrong and dumb. Yeah, that thing up there. Not the door. Okay, so it's not the door. Okay, well, in that case, let's try down here. Up here? How do I get up there? How do I get up there? How up get I do? Up, please. Up, please. Up, please. Up, please. Up, please. Up, please. You sack of crap! You are the worst! Why are you so terrible? Go up! Go up! Why aren't you going up? Go up! Jesus Christ! Why do you not understand simple, basic directions? Go! No! Not go up and then also back! What is wrong with you? Upwards! Like this, maybe! There you go, you sack of crap! Why do you exist? Screw you! You realize you're about to die because the moon's about to collide with you, and you're trying to interrupt me! Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, it's just a freaking Ninja Gaiden bird. Where's my bombs? Where are my bombs? Come here, bombs. Here, go here. That took an hour of in-universe time to get into this freaking cave because I was like, bong, 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 bong. Give me my freaking upgrade. Okay. Hey, it's blue, the color of courage. There's 10% more sword swingers. Thanks! Thanks! No, this is worthwhile. Double health, half damage, however you want to think of that. Armor get. We're not doing Donjero. Screw Donjero. Yeah, no, half damage is going to help with Stone Tower. I do not regret getting that at all. Okay. Yeah, that's great. Go away. 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 Hang on, I want to get my save in. It's not locked in until you get the save, right? Let's get the save in. Let's pause the game. Let's pull out a save state. Tomorrow. More of this.